In this video, I want us to look at the do's for group discussion leaders. This is your presenter, Professor Kibet. Are you a discussion leader? Have you ever led a discussion group, which can be a university class discussion group, which can be done inside the classroom or outside? These are the do's. This is what you are supposed to do when you are a leader of a discussion group. 1. Model the behavior and attitudes you want group members to employ. And these behaviors and attitudes include the following: respecting all group members equally, advancing the open process, demonstrating what it means to be a learner, that is to say, admitting when you are wrong or don't know a fact or an answer, and suggesting ways to find out. It also means asking questions based on other statements, focusing on positions rather than on the speaker, listening carefully, restating others' points, supporting your argument with fact or logic, acceding when someone else has a good point, accepting criticism, thinking critically, giving up the floor when appropriate, being inclusive and culturally sensitive. So as a leader, you need to model the behavior and attitudes you want your group members to employ. Number 2, use encouraging body language and tone of voice as well as words. So lean forward when people are talking. For example, keep your body position open and approachable. Smile when appropriate and attend carefully to everyone, not just to those who are most articulate. Number 3, be aware of people's reactions and feelings and try to respond appropriately. If a group member is hurt by others' comments, seems puzzled or confused, is becoming angry or defensive, it's up to you as a leader or a discussion leader to use the ground rules or your own sensitivity to deal with the situation. If someone is hurt, for instance, it may be important to point that out and discuss how to make arguments without getting personal. So you need to be aware of people's reactions and feelings and try to respond appropriately. Number 4, ask open-ended questions. In advancing the discussion, use questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. Instead, questions should require some thought from group members and should ask for answers that include reasons or analysis. For instance, what do you think the president's decision was or wasn't right? Or what do you think this and this happened? Those are open-ended questions. Number 5, control your biases. While you should point out factual errors or ideas that are inaccurate and disrespectful of others, an open process demands that you not impose your views on the group and that you keep others from doing the same. Group members should be asked to make rational decisions about the positions or views they want to agree with, and ultimately the ideas that the group agrees on should be those that make the most sense to them, whether they coincide with yours or not. So pointing out bias, including your own, and discussing it helps both you and group members try to be objective. So as a leader, you need to control your own biases and those of other members. 6, encourage disagreements and help the group use it creatively. Disagreements is not to be smoothed over, but rather to be analyzed and used. When there are conflicting opinions, especially when both can be backed up by reasonable arguments, the real discussion starts. If everyone agrees on every point, there's really no discussion at all. So disagreement makes people think. So encourage disagreements and help the group use it creatively. And finally, keep your mouth shut as much as possible as a leader. By and large, discussion groups are for the group members. You may be a member of the group and have been asked by the others to act as a leader, in which case you certainly have a right to be part of the discussion, although not to dominate. So if you are an outside facilitator or a leader by position, it's best to combine your contributions or observations on the process, statements or facts, questions to help propel the discussion, and clarification and summarization. So that marks the end of that brief presentation where I've discussed about the do's for group discussion leaders. If you've been given an opportunity to act as a leader, a group discussion leader, these are what you need to do. Thank you.